We're visiting with Dr. Larry Robinson, who is the Vice President of Scientific Affairs at Embryo Health Sciences. EpiCor activates natural killer cells in the body. What do those cells do? Could you explain that?
Well, natural killer cells are very, very important for the immune defense. They're not as specific as antigens and antibodies, which are another part of your immune system, but natural killer cells do just what they say. They kill cells, but importantly, they only kill the bad cells. They have this unique ability. They can go and look at the cells in your body, and they can tell your own cells, your body cells, not invading bacteria, but they can look at your body cells and say, this cell's not right, something's wrong. So if you have a cell that's been infected by a virus, the natural killer cell can kill that cell before the virus can replicate, destroy that cell, and then go infect a lot of other cells. And it kills it in the right way so that it doesn't cause a pro-inflammatory response. And likewise, it can also look at transformed or malignant cells. And many people think the body is constantly making these cancer cells, but you don't get sick because a natural, healthy immune system has these natural killer cells that can look at the cells and say, wait a minute, this cell is not right, something's wrong with it. And they recognize the malignant cell and they destroy it. So these are very important cells to keep you healthy.
And EpiCor activates those natural killer cells.
We've done laboratory studies that show that the natural killer cells are very significantly activated by EpiCor.
Well, that's really fascinating. How about B cells? It activates B cells. Could you explain what B cells are?
B cells are another type of immune cells, and these two are very important. Earlier, I mentioned that there are two aspects of the immune system, the innate and the adaptive. The adaptive is the slower to respond, but much more specific. And it's specific because you have the antigen-antibody response, which is extremely specific. The cells that make the all-important antibodies are called B cells.
Okay.
So to get this proper adaptive response, you need active, working B cells to make your antibodies when you're sick. And we found that EpiCor activates these B cells so that they can respond properly.
So the natural killer cells seek out the errant cells, and the B cells create antibodies or make antibodies.
Right. The B cells are much more specific in that they have these B cell receptors, which really in effect are antibodies that recognize specific antigens, so that you have this very specific action, whereas natural killer cells work through a different mechanism that I'm not going to go into now, but they just recognize cells that have been infected by viruses or have become malignant and so forth.